Hi, my name is Nelsito Gomez. I am the sound designer and director for this performance of Othello by William Shakespeare. Now, this abridged version of Othello is in collaboration with Theaterspace, Theater in Cyberspace, an initiative headed by Ms. Ana Valdes Lim, and the nature of how we performed this piece was live in the webinar of Zoom with an audience, but all the actors' videos were turned off, so the story was only conveyed through their voices and sound effects. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to replicate that feeling with as little to no post-edit as possible. Now, sadly, this story of jealousy, revenge, and spousal abuse is prevalent in the Philippines today, especially with lockdown restrictions and lack of information. But if you know anyone who's going through this kind of abuse, flash on the screen now are the numbers of the proper channels you need to report it. Sit back, relax, and without further ado, this is Othello by William Shakespeare.
Despise me if I do not. 3 great ones of this city in personal suit to make me, Iago, Othello's lieutenant. And by the faith of man, I know my price. I am worth no worse a place. But he, as loving his own pride and purposes, evades them with a bombast circumstance, horribly stuffed with the epithets of war. And in conclusion, not suits my mediators, for says he, I have already chose my officer. And what is he? Forsooth, a great arithmetician, one Michael Cassio, a Florentine that never set a squadron in the field, nor the division of battle knows more than a spinster. Mere prattle, without practice is all his soldiership. But Cassio had the election, and I, honest Iago, of whom Othello's eyes had seen the proof at Rhodes, at Cyprus, and on other grounds, Christian and heathen, must be obstructed. Why, there is no remedy. 'Tis the curse of service. I follow him to serve my turn upon him. In following him, I follow but myself. Heaven is my judge. Awake! What ho, Othello! Danger, awake! How misfortune falls upon you, awake!
Oh, what is the reason of this terrible summons, Iago? What is the matter?
I pray you, my lord Othello, are you fast married with Brabantio's daughter? Be assured of this, he spoke such scurvy and provoking terms against your honor. This Brabantio is much beloved, and hath in his effect a voice potential as double as the duke's. He will divorce you or put upon you what restraint and grievance the law, with all his might to enforce it on, will give him cable.
Let him do his spite. My services, which I have done the Duke of Venice, shall outtongue Brabantio's complaints. But look, what lights come yond.
It is the race Brabantio. Your best go in.
Not I must be found. My parts, my title, and my perfect soul shall manifest me rightly. Is it he?
I think no, 'tis Cassio bearing the torch.
My Lieutenant Cassio, the goodness of the night upon you, friend. What is the news?
The Duke does greet you, General. He requires a haste post-haste appearance even on the instant.
What is the matter, think you?
Something from Cyprus, as I may divine. It is a business of some heat, and many of the consuls, raised and met, are at the Duke's already. You have been hotly called for. The Senate has sent about 3 several quests to search you out.
'Tis well I am found by you. Who comes?
It is Brabantio, General, be advised. He comes to bad intent.
Hola, stand there.
Moor! You thief! Down with you!
Oh, keep up your bright swords, for the dew will rust them. Good Brabantio, you shall more command with years than with your weapons.
Oh, thou foul thief! Where hast thou stowed my daughter? Damned as thou art, thou hast enchanted her. The men, lay hold upon him. If he do resist, subdue him at his peril.
Hold your hands! Where will you that I go to answer this your charge?
To prison, Moor!
What if I do obey? How may the Duke be therewith satisfied, whose messenger is here about my side upon some present business of the state to bring me to him?
'Tis true, Brabantio. The Duke's in council, and your noble self, I am sure, is sent for.
How, the Duke in council in this time of the night? Mine's not an idle cause. The Duke himself, or any of my brothers of the state, cannot but feel this wrong as 'twere their own. Come away!
Good Duke, the reports confirm a Turkish fleet and bearing up to Cyprus.
'Tis certain, then, for Cyprus.
Here comes Brabantio and the valiant general.
I and Othello, we must straight employ you against the general enemy Ottoman in this Turkish fleet. Welcome, good Brabantio. We lacked your counsel and your help tonight.
So did I yours. Good your grace, pardon me. My particular grief is of so floodgate and o'erbearing nature that it engulfs and swallows other sorrows.
Why, what's the matter?
My daughter, oh, my daughter.
Dead.
To me, she is abused, stolen from me, and corrupted by spells and medicines bought of mountebanks.
Whoe'er he be that in this foul proceeding hath thus beguiled your daughter of herself and you of her.
Here is the man, this Moor, whom now it seems your special mandate for the state affairs hath hither brought.
Othello, what in your own part can you say to this?
My very noble and approved good master, that I have taken away this old man's daughter, it is most true. True, I have married her. The very head and front of my offending hath this extent, no more. I will a round unvarnished tale deliver of my whole course of love, what drugs, what charms, what conjuration, and what mighty magic. For such proceeding I am charged with all. I won his daughter.
A maiden never bold, of spirit so still and quiet that her motion blushed at herself, and she, in spite of nature, of years, of country, credit, everything, to fall in love with what she feared to look on. I therefore vouch again that with some mixtures powerful o'er the blood, or with some dram conjured to this effect, he wrought upon her.
To vouch this is no proof.
Ah,
But Othello, speak. Did you by indirect and forced courses subdue and poison this young maid's affections? Or came it by request?
I do beseech you, send for the lady here, and let her speak of me before her father. If you do find me foul in her report, the trust, the office I do hold of you, not only take away, but let your sentence even fall upon my life.
Fetch Desdemona hither.
Iago, conduct them. You best know the place. My noble Duke, her father loved me, oft invited me, still questioned me the story of my life, from year to year, the battles, sieges, fortunes that I have passed. I ran it through, even from my boyish days to the very moment that he bade me tell it, wherein I spake of most disastrous chances, of moving accidents by flood and field, of hairbreadth escapes, of being taken by the insolent foe and sold to slavery, of my redemption thence. My story being done, Desdemona gave me for my pains a world of sighs. She swore in faith, 'twas strange, 'twas passing strange, 'twas pitiful, 'twas wondrous pitiful. Good Brabantio, she wished she had not heard it, yet she wished that heaven had made her such a man. She thanked me and bade me, if I had a friend that loved her, I should but teach him how to tell my story, and that would woo her. Upon this hint I spake. She loved me for the dangers I had passed, and I loved her that she did pity them. This only is the witchcraft I have used. Here comes the lady. Let her witness it.
I think this tale would win my daughter too. Come hither, gentle Desdemona. Do you perceive in all this noble company where most you owe obedience?
My noble father Brabantio,
Oh,
I do perceive here a divided duty. To you I am bound for life and education. My life and education both do learn me how to respect you. You are the lord of duty. I am here to your daughter. But here's my husband. And so much duty as my mother showed to you, preferring you before her father, so much I challenge that I may profess due to Othello, my lord.
God be with you. I have done. Come hither, Othello. I here do give thee that with all my heart, which, but thou hast already, with all my heart I would keep from thee. Please it your grace unto the state affairs.
The Turk with the most mighty preparation makes for Cyprus. Othello, the fortitude of the place is best known to you.
Aye, noble Duke, and I do undertake these present wars against the Ottomites. Most humbly, therefore, bending to your state, I crave fit disposition for my wife.
If you please, let Desdemona remain at her father's.
I'll not have it so.
Nor I would not there reside. Most gracious Duke, that I did love Othello to live with him. Let me go with him.
Let her come.
Either for her staying or going, you shall privately determine. The affair cries haste, and speed must answer it. You must away tonight.
With all my heart.
Let it be so. Good night to everyone.
Look to her, Othello, if thou hast eyes to see. She has deceived her father. And may thee adieu.
Oh, my Desdemona. Honestly, Iago, my Desdemona must I leave to thee. I prithee, let thy wife Emilia attend on her, and bring them after to Cyprus in the best advantage.
Good, my lord.
Come, Desdemona. I have but an hour of love, of worldly matters and direction to spend with thee. We must obey the time.
The more holds me well, the better shall my purpose work on him. Cassio's a proper man, let me see now. To get his place and to plume up my will in double knavery. How, let's see. After some time, to abuse Othello's ear that Cassio's too familiar with his wife, the more is of a free and open nature that thinks men honest that but seem to be so, and will as tenderly be led by the nose as asses are. I have it. It is engendered. Hell and night must bring this monstrous birth to the world's light.
Oh, my fair warrior!
My dear Othello!
Oh, it gives me wonder great as my content to see you here before me in Cyprus. Oh, my soul's joy! Oh, if after every tempest come such calms, may the winds blow till they have wakened.
The heavens forbid, but that our loves and comforts should increase even as our days do grow.
Amen to that, sweet powers. Oh, I cannot speak enough of this content. It stops me here. It is too much of joy. And this, and this. The greatest discords be that e'er our heart shall make.
Oh, you are well tuned now, but I'll set down the pegs that make this music, as honest as I am Iago.
Come, let us to the castle. News, friends! Our wars are done, the Turks are drowned! Honey, you shall be well desired in Cyprus. I have found great love amongst them. Come, Desdemona, once more well met at Cyprus.
Welcome, Iago. Come here to relieve me of the watch.
Oh, not this hour, Lieutenant Cassio. 'Tis not yet 10 of the clock. Our general cast you thus early for the love of his Desdemona.
She's a most exquisite lady.
And I'll warrant her full of game, eh?
Indeed, she's a most fresh and delicate creature.
And what an eye she has. Methink it sounds a parley of provocation.
An inviting eye, and yet methinks right modest.
And when she speaks, is it not an alarm to love?
She is indeed perfection.
Well, happiness to their sheets. Come, Lieutenant, I have a stoup of wine here for you.
Oh, not tonight, good Iago. I have a very poor and unhappy brains for drinking.
But one cup, some wine, ho! If I can fasten but one cup upon him, he'll be as full of quarrel and offence as my young mistress's dog.
For heaven, they have given me a rouse already! And let me the cannikin clink, clink, oh, let me the cannikin clink. Clink! Let me the cannikin clink, clink, oh, let me the cannikin clink. Clink! A soldier's a man, a man's life's but a span. Why then let a soldier drink? Drink! Some wine, boys!
For God, an excellent song, Lieutenant Cassio.
Why, a very good song. Do not think I am drunk. I am not drunk now. I can stand well enough and sing well enough. Oh, let me the cannikin clink, clink. Oh, let me the cannikin clink. Woo!
Montano, you see this fellow Cassio? I fear the trust Othello puts him in. On some odd time of his infirmity will shake this island.
But is he often thus?
Aye, if I'm not honest.
To the platform, Lieutenant Cassio. Come, let's set the watch.
Knave to teach me my duty. Let me go, sir. I'll knock you over the mazard.
Come, you're drunk.
Drunk.
Nay, good lieutenant, alas, gentlemen, help, lieutenant, sir, Montano, sir, help, masters, there's a goodly watch indeed. Who's that which rings the bell? The whole town will rise. God's will, lieutenant, hold, you will be shamed forever.
What is the matter here? Hold, for your lives! Why, how now? Ho! From whence ariseth this? Are we turned Turks, and to ourselves do that which heaven hath forbid the Ottomites? What is the matter, masters? Honest Iago, that looks dead with grieving. Speak! Who began this? On thy love, I charge thee!
I had rather have this tongue cut from my mouth than it should do offence to Michael Cassio. Yet I persuade myself to speak the truth. Shall nothing wrong him? I found them close together at blow and thrust, even as again they were when you yourself did part them. And Cassio, high on wine, did strike first, which till tonight I now might say before.
Iago, thy honesty and love doth mince this matter, making it light to Cassio. Cassio, I love thee, but never more be officer of mine.
What's the matter?
All's well now. Sweeting, come away to bed. Iago, look with care about the town and silence those whom this vile brawl distracted. Come, Desdemona. 'Tis the soldier's life to have their balmy slumbers waked with strife.
What, are you hurt, Lieutenant?
That's all surgery.
Mary, heaven forbid.
Reputation. Oh, I have lost my reputation.
Yes, I'm an honest man. I thought you had received some bodily wound. There is more sense in that than in reputation.
I will rather stoop to be despised than to deceive so good a commander with so slight, so drunken, and so indiscreet an officer.
You or any man living may be drunk at a time, man. I'll tell you what you shall do. Our general's wife is now the general. May say so in this respect, for that he hath devoted and given up himself to the contemplation, mark, and denotement of her parts and graces. Confess yourself freely to her. Importune her, help to put you in your place again. And my fortunes against any lay worth naming, this crack of your love shall grow stronger than it was before.
You advise me well. At times in the morning I will beseech the virtuous Desdemona to undertake for me.
You are in the right. Good night, Lieutenant. I must to the watch.
Good night, honest Iago.
Divinity of hell. When devils will the blackest sins put on, they do suggest at first with heavenly shows, as I do now. For whilst this honest fool Cassio plies Desdemona to repair his fortunes, and she for him pleads strongly to the Moor, I'll pour this pestilence into his ear, that she repeals him for her body's lust, and by how much she strives to do him good, she shall undo her credit with the Moor. So will I turn her virtue into pitch, and out of her own goodness make the net that shall enmesh them all.
Be thou assured, good Cassio, I will do all my abilities in thy behalf.
Good madam, do. I warrant it grieves my husband Iago, as if the case were his.
Oh, that's an honest fellow. Do not doubt, Cassio, but I will have my lord and you again as friendly as you were.
Bounteous madam, whatever shall become of Michael Cassio, he's never anything but your true servant.
Madam, here comes my lord Othello, and Iago with him.
Oh.
Madam, I'll take my leave.
Why stay and hear me speak?
Madam, not now. I am very ill at ease, unfit for my own purposes.
Well, do your discretion.
I like not that.
What dost thou say, Iago?
Nothing, my lord, or if I know not what.
Was not that Cassio parted from my wife?
Cassio, my lord? No, sure, I cannot think it that he would steal away so guilty like seeing you coming.
I do believe 'twas he.
How now, my lord?
Oh.
I have been talking with a suitor here, a man that languishes in your displeasure.
Ooh, who is it you mean?
Why, your Lieutenant Cassio.
Oh.
Good my lord, if I have any grace or power to move you, his present reconciliation take. I prithee, call him back.
Oh, not now, sweet Desdemona, some other time.
But shalt be shortly.
The sooner, sweet, for you.
Shalt be tonight at supper?
No, not tonight.
Tomorrow dinner, then.
I shall not dine at home. I meet the captains at the citadel.
Why then Tuesday morn, on Tuesday noon, or night, on Wednesday morn. I prithee name the time, but let it not exceed 3 days.
Prithee, no more. Let him come when he will. I will deny thee nothing. Whereon I do beseech thee, grant me this, to leave me but a little to myself.
Shall I deny you?
Hmm?
No. Farewell, my lord.
Farewell, my Desdemona. I'll come to thee straight.
Be as your fancies teach you, whate'er you be, I am obedient. Mwah.
Oh,
Emilia, come.
excellent wretch. Perdition catch my soul, but I do love thee. And when I love thee not, chaos is come again.
My noble lord,
What dost thou say, Iago?
did Michael Cassio, when you wooed my lady, know of your love?
He did, from first to last. Why dost thou ask?
But for a satisfaction of my thought, no further harm.
Why of thy thought, Iago?
I did not think he had been acquainted with her.
Oh, yes, and went between us very oft.
Indeed.
Indeed. Aye, indeed. Discernest thou aught in that? Is he not honest?
Honest, my lord.
Honest, aye, honest.
My lord, for aught I know.
What dost thou think?
Think, my lord.
Think, my lord, by heaven, he echoes me. Thou dost mean something. I heard thee say even now, thou likest not that when Cassio left my wife. What didst not like? If thou dost love me, show me thy thought.
My lord, you know I love you. 'Twere not for your quiet, nor your good, nor my manhood, honesty, or wisdom to let you know my thoughts.
What dost thou mean?
Good name in man and woman, dear my lord, is the immediate jewel of their souls. Who steals my purse steals trash. 'Tis something, nothing, 'twas mine, 'tis his, and has been slave to thousands. But he that filches from me my good name robs me of that which not enriches him, and makes me poor indeed.
By heaven, I'll know thy thoughts.
Oh, beware, my lord, of jealousy. It is the green-eyed monster which doth mock the meat it feeds on.
Why is this? Think'st thou I'd make a life of jealousy? To follow still the changes of the moon with fresh suspicions? 'Tis not to make me jealous, to say my wife is fair, feeds well, loves company, is free of speech, sings, plays, and dances well. Nor from mine own weak merits will I draw the smallest fear or doubt of her revolt. For she had eyes, and chose me. No, Iago, I'll see before I doubt. When I doubt, prove, and on the proof there is no more but this. Away at once with love or jealousy.
I am glad of it, for now I shall have reason to show the love and duty that I bear you with frankest spirit. Receive it from me. I speak not yet of proof, but look to your wife with Cassio. I know our country disposition well. In Venice, they do let heaven see the pranks they dare not show their husbands.
Dost thou say so?
She did deceive her father, marrying you.
And so she did.
I see this hath a little dashed your spirits.
Not a jot, not a jot.
My lord, I see you're moved.
No, not much moved. I do not think but Desdemona's honest.
Long live she so. Long live you to think so.
Farewell, farewell. Iago, if more thou dost perceive, let me know more. Iago, set on thy wife to observe. Leave me.
My lord, I take my leave.
This honest creature doubtless sees and knows more, much more than he unfolds. If Desdemona be false, so then heaven mocks itself. I'll not believe it.
How now, my dear Othello? Your dinner and the generous islanders by you invited do attend your presence.
I am to blame.
Why do you speak so faintly? Are you not well?
I have a pain upon my forehead here.
Oh, fate, that's with watching. Twill away again. Let me but bind it hard. Within this hour, it will be well.
Your napkin is too little.
Oh.
Let it alone. Come, I'll go in with you.
I'm very sorry that you are not well.
Hmm.
I'm glad I found this napkin. This was Desdemona's first remembrance from the moor. My wayward husband Iago hath 100 times wooed me to steal it.
How now? What do you here alone, Emilia?
Do not you chide. I have a thing for you.
A thing for me? It is a common thing to have a foolish wife.
Oh, is that all? What will you give me now for that same handkerchief?
What handkerchief?
What handkerchief? Why, that the Moor first gave to Desdemona, that which so often you did bid me steal.
Has stolen it from her?
No, faith. She let it drop by negligence, and to the advantage I, being here, tooked up. Look, here it is.
Ah, good wench, give it me.
What will you do with it that you have been so earnest to have me filch it?
Why? What's that to you? Give it me.
If it be not for some purpose of import, give me again. Poor lady, she'll run mad when she lack it.
I have use for it. Go. Leave me! I will in Cassio's lodging loose this napkin and let him find it. Trifles light as air are to the jealous confirmation strong as proofs of holy writ. This may do something. The Moor already changes with my poison. Now look where he comes.
False to me.
Why, how now, General? No more of that.
Thou hast set me on the rack. Oh, I swear 'tis better to be much abused than to know but a little.
How now, my lord?
Oh, villain, be sure thou prove my love a whore, be sure of it. Give me the ocular proof. If thou dost slander her and torture me, never pray more, abandon all remorse. Oh, I think my wife be honest and think she is not. I think that thou art just and think thou art not. Oh, I'll have some proof. Oh, her name that was as fresh as Diane's visage is now begrimed and black as mine own face. Would I were satisfied.
I see, sir, you are eaten up with passion. I do repent me that I put it to you.
Give me a living reason she's disloyal.
I do not like the office. But sith I am entered in the cause so far, pricked to it by foolish honesty and love, I will go on. I lay with Cassio lately, and being troubled with a raging tooth, I could not sleep. There are a kind of men so loose of soul that in their sleeps will mutter their affairs. In sleep I heard Cassio say, "Sweet Desdemona, let us be wary, let us hide our loves." And then, sir, he would gripe and wring at my hand, cry, "Oh, sweet creature," and then kiss me hard.
Oh, monstrous, monstrous.
Nay, this was but his dream.
But this denoted a foregone conclusion. 'Tis a shrewd doubt, though it be but a dream.
And this may help to thicken other proofs that do demonstrate thinly.
I'll tear her all to pieces.
Nay, but be wise, yet we see nothing done. She may be honest yet. Tell me but this. Have you not sometimes seen a handkerchief spotted with strawberries in your wife's hand?
I gave her such a one, 'twas my first gift.
I know not that, but such a handkerchief, I am sure it was your wife's, did I today see Cassio wipe his beard with.
If it be that.
If it be that, or any that was hers, it speaks against her with other proofs.
Oh, that Desdemona had 40,000 lives! One is too poor, too weak for my revenge. Oh, now do I see 'tis true. Look here, Iago. All my fond love thus do I blow. To heaven, 'tis gone. Arise, black vengeance, from thy hollow cell. Yield up, O love, thy crown and hearted throne to tyrannous hate.
Yet be content.
Oh, blood, blood, blood.
Patience, I say, your mind perhaps may change.
Oh, never, Iago. like to the Pontic Sea, whose icy current and compulsive course ne'er feels retiring ebb, but keeps due on to the Propontic and the Hellespont. Even so my bloody thoughts with violent pace shall ne'er look back, never ebb to humble love, till that a capable and wide revenge swallow them up. Oh, now by yon marble heaven, in the due reverence of a sacred vow, I dare engage my words.
Do not rise yet. Witness you ever burning lights above, you elements that clip us round about. Witness that here Iago doth give up the execution of his wit, hands, heart, to wronged Othello's service. Let him command, and to obey shall be in me remorse. What bloody business ever?
I greet thy love, not with vain thanks, but with acceptance bounteous, and will upon the instant put thee to it. Within these 3 days let me hear thee say that Cassio's not alive.
'Tis done at your request, but let Desdemona live.
Damn her, lewd minx, oh, damn her! I will withdraw to furnish me with some swift means of death for the fair devil. Farewell, Iago. Now art thou my lieutenant.
I am your own forever.
With you, my Lord Othello.
Well, my good lady, give me your hand. This hand is moist, my lady.
It yet hath felt no age, nor known no sorrow.
This argues fruitfulness and liberal heart. Hot and moist. It is a good hand, a frank one.
You may indeed say so, for it was that hand that gave away my heart. Come now, your promise.
What promise, Chuck?
I have sent to bid Cassio come speak with you.
I have assault and sororium offends me.
Oh.
Lend me thy handkerchief.
Here, my lord.
That which I gave you.
I have it not about me.
That is a fault. That handkerchief did an Egyptian to my mother give. She was a charmer, and could almost read the thoughts of people. She told her, while she kept it, 'twould make her amiable, and subdue my father entirely to her love. But if she lost it, or made gift of it, my father's eye should hold her loathly. She, dying, gave it me, and bid me, when my fate would have me wive, to give it her. I did so, and take heed on it. To lose it, or give it away, were such perdition as nothing else could match.
Is it possible?
'Tis true, there's magic in the web of it.
Indeed. Is it true?
Most veritable, therefore look to it well.
Then would to God that I had never seen it.
Wherefore?
Why do you speak so startlingly and rash?
Is it lost? Is it gone? Speak, is it out of the way?
It is not lost, I say. It is not lost.
Fetch it, let me see it.
Why, so I can, sir, but I will not now. This is a trick to put me from my suit. Pray you, let Cassio be received again.
Fetch me the handkerchief, my mind misgives.
Come, you'll never meet a more sufficient man.
The handkerchief!
A man that all his time hath founded his good fortunes on your love, shared dangers with you.
The handkerchief!
In sooth, you are to blame.
Hey!
Is not this man jealous?
I ne'er saw this before.
'Tis not a year or two shows us a man. They're all but stomachs, and we all but food, to eat us hungrily, and when they are full, they belch us.
'Tis a matter, sure I, of state, either from Venice or some unhatched practice made demonstrable here in Cyprusdom hath puddled his clear spirit. Nay, we must think men are not gods.
Pray heaven it be state matters as you think, and no conception nor no jealous toy concerning you.
Alas the day, I never gave him cause.
But jealous souls will not be answered so. They are not ever jealous for the cause, but jealous for they are jealous. 'Tis a monster begot upon itself, born on itself.
Heaven keep that monster from Othello's mind.
Lady, amen.
How shall I murder this Cassio, Iago? I would have him 9 years a-killing. Oh, Desdemona, a fine woman, a fair woman, a sweet woman.
Nay, you must forget that.
Aye, let her rot and perish and be damned tonight, for she shall not live. Hang her!
Nay, that is not your way.
Oh, get thee some poison, Iago. This night I'll not expostulate with her, lest her body and beauty unprovide my mind again. This night, Iago.
Do it not with poison. Strangle her in her bed, even the bed she hath contaminated.
Good. Good. The justice of it pleases, very good.
And for Cassio, let me be his undertaker. You shall hear more by midnight.
Excellent, good. What trumpet is that saying?
Something from Venice shore. 'Tis Ludovico come from the Duke, and see, your wife is with him.
Save you, worthy general!
With all my heart, sir.
The Duke and senators of Venice greet you.
I kiss the instrument of their pleasures.
Good Iago, how does Lieutenant Cassio?
Lives, sir?
Cousin Ludovico, there's fallen between him and my lord an unkind breach.
Oh.
But you shall make all well. I would do much to atone them for the love I bear to Cassio.
Fire and brimstone!
My lord?
Maybe the letter moved him, for, as I think, they do command him home, deputing Cassio in his government.
Oh, trust me, I am glad on it.
Indeed.
My lord?
I am glad to see you mad.
Oh, why, sweet Othello.
Ah, devil!
I have not deserved this.
My lord, this would not be believed in Venice, though I should swear I saw it. 'Tis very much. Make her amends. She weeps.
Oh, devil! If that the earth could teem with woman's tears, each drop she falls would prove a crocodile. Out of my sight!
I will not stay to offend you.
Sir, I obey the mandate and will return to Venice. Cassio shall have my place. And sir, tonight I do entreat that we may sup together. You are welcome, sir, to Cyprus. Goats and monkeys! You have seen nothing then, Emilia?
Nor ever heard, nor ever did suspect, my lord.
Yes, you have seen Cassio and she together.
But then I saw no harm, and then I heard each syllable that breath made up between them.
What? Did they never whisper?
Never, my lord.
Nor send you out the way?
Never.
To fetch her fan, her gloves, her mask, nor nothing?
Never, my lord.
That's strange.
I just, my lord, to wager she is honest. Lay down my soul at stake. Here my lady comes.
My lord, what is your pleasure?
Let me see your eyes. Look in my face!
What horrible fancy's this? Upon my knees, what doth your speech import? I understand a fury in your words, but not the words.
Why, what art thou?
Your wife, my lord, your true and loyal wife.
Come, swear it and damn thyself.
Heaven doth truly know it.
Heaven truly knows that thou art false as hell.
To whom, my lord? With whom? How am I false?
Desdemona, away, away, away!
I hope my noble lord esteems me honest. Alas, what ignorant sin have I committed?
What committed? I should make the very forges of my cheeks that would to cinders burn up modesty, did I but speak thy deeds. What committed? Impudent strumpet!
By heaven, you do me wrong.
Are you not a strumpet?
No, as I am a Christian.
What? Not a whore?
No!
I cry you mercy then! I took you for that cunning whore of Venice that married with Othello!
Good Emilia, give me my nightly wearing and adieu. We must not now displease him.
I would you had never seen him.
Not I. My love thought so approve him that even his stubbornness, his checks, his frowns, prithee unpin me. Have grace and favor in them.
I have laid those sheets you bade me on the bed.
All's one. Good faith, how foolish are our minds. If I do die before thee, prithee shroud me in one of those same sheets.
Come, come, you talk.
My mother had a maid called Barbara. She was in love. And he she loved proved mad and did forsake her. She had a song of willow. An old thing it was, but it expressed her fortune, and she died singing it. That song tonight will not go from my mind.
Shall I go fetch your nightgown?
No, unpin me here. The poor soul sat sigh by a sycamore tree. Sing all the green willow, willow. Her hand on her bosom, her head on her knee. Sing willow, willow, willow. The fresh streams ran by her and murmured her moans. Sing willow, willow, willow. Her salt tears fell from her and softened the stones. Sing willow, willow, willow. Sing, oh, green willow must be my garland. Let nobody blame him, his scorn I approve. Nay, that's not next. Hark! Who's it that knocks?
It's the wind.
Oh, these men, these men. Dost thou in conscience think, tell me, Emilia, that there be women do abuse their husbands in such gross kind?
There be some such, no question.
Wouldst thou do such a deed for all the world?
Why, would not you?
No, by this heavenly light.
nor I neither by this heavenly light. I might do it as well in the dark.
Wouldst thou do such a deed for all the world?
The world's a huge thing. It is a great price for a small vice.
In troth, I think thou wouldst not. I do not think there is any such woman.
Nay, a dozen, and as many to the vantage as would store the world they played for. But I do think it is their husbands' faults if wives do fall. Say that they slack their duties and pour our treasures into foreign laps, or else break out in peevish jealousies, throwing restraint upon us, or say they strike us, or scant our former having in despite. Why, we have gulls, and though we have some grace, yet have we some revenge. Let husbands know their wives have sense like them. They see and smell and have their palates both for sweet and sour as husbands have. What is it that they do when they change us for others? Is it sport? I think it is. And doth affection breed it? I think it doth. Is frailty that thus errs? It is so too. And have not we affections, desires for sport and frailty as men have? Then let them use us well, else let them know the ills we do, their ills instruct us so.
Good night, good night. Heaven me such uses send, not to pick bad from bad, but by bad mend. Who's there? Othello?
Aye, Desdemona.
Will you come to bed, my lord?
Have you prayed tonight, Desdemona?
Aye, my lord.
If you bethink yourself of any crime unreconciled as yet to heaven and grace, solicit for it straight.
Alas, my lord, what do you mean by that?
Well, do it and be brief. I will walk by. I would not kill thy unprepared spirit.
Talk you of killing?
Aye, I do.
Then heaven have mercy on me.
Amen, with all my heart.
If you say so, I hope you will not kill me. And yet I fear you, for you are fatal then when your eyes roll so. Why I should fear I know not, since guiltiness I know not. But yet I fear.
Think on thy sins.
They are loves I bear to you.
Aye, and for that thou diest.
That death's a natural that kills for loving.
Peace and be still.
I will so. What's the matter?
That handkerchief, which I so loved and gave thee, thou gavest to Cassio.
No, by my life and soul, send for the man and ask him.
Sweet soul, take heed of perjury. Thou art on thy deathbed.
Aye, but not yet to die.
Yes, presently. Therefore, confess thee freely of thy sin. For to deny each article with oath cannot remove nor choke the strong conception that I do groan withal. Thou art to die.
Oh, heaven have mercy on me.
I say amen.
And have you mercy too. I never did offend you in my life, never loved Cassio, but with such general warranty of heaven as I might love. I never gave him token.
By heaven, I know my handkerchief's in hand, oh perjured woman.
He found it then, I never gave it him. Send for him hither, let him confess a truth.
No, His mouth is stopped. Honest Iago hath taken order for it.
Oh, my fear into breath! What? Is he dead?
Aye.
Alas, he is betrayed, and I undone.
Stop it! Weepest thou for him to my face?
Kill me tomorrow! Let me live tonight!
Nay, if you strive,
But half an hour!
being done there is no pause.
But what I say,
It is too late.
My lord! My lord! What ho, my lord, my lord!
What is this? Desdemona? Not dead, not yet quiet dead. Oh, I that am cruel am yet merciful. I would not have thee linger in thy pain. So.
Oh no, my lord! My lord!
Who's there?
Oh good, my lord, I would speak a word with you.
Yes! Oh, 'tis Emilia. By and by, it is like she comes to speak of Cassio's death. Sweet Desdemona? No more moving? She's dead. Still as the grave. I think she stirs again? No. What's best to do? If Emilia come in, she'll sure speak to my wife. My wife? Oh. My wife? What wife? I have no wife. Oh, insupportable, oh, heavy hour. Methinks it should be now a huge eclipse of sun and moon, and that the affrighted globe should yawn at alteration.
I do beseech you that I may speak with you, O good my lord.
I had forgot thee. Oh, come in, Emilia, soft, by and by. Let me the curtains draw. What is the matter with thee now?
Oh my good lord, treachery, 'tis Cassio, my lord.
Cassio killed?
No, Cassio is but wounded.
Not Cassio killed.
Falsely murdered.
Alas, what cry is that?
What?
Out and alas! That was my lady's voice. Help! 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 Oh, lady, speak again, sweet Desdemona. Oh, sweet mistress, speak.
Guiltless death I die.
Oh, who hath done this deed?
Nobody. I myself. Farewell.
Oh,
Commend me to my kind lord. Oh, farewell.
Why, how should she be murdered?
Alas, who knows?
You heard her say herself it was not I.
She said so. I must needs report the truth.
She's like a liar, gone to burning hell. 'Twas I that killed her.
Oh, the more angel she, and you the blacker devil.
She was false as water.
Thou art rash as fire to say that she was false. Oh, she was heavenly true.
Thy husband knew it all.
My husband, that she was false to wedlock?
I, with Gus.
My husband!
I say thy husband, dost understand the word? My friend, thy husband, honest Iago.
If he say so, may his pernicious soul rot half a grain a day. He lies to the heart. Oh, are you come, Iago? You have done well, that men must lay their murders on your neck. Disprove this villain if thou beest a man. He says thou told him that his wife was false.
I told him what I thought, and told no more than what he found himself was apt and true.
But did you ever tell him that she was false?
I did.
You told a lie. An odious, damned lie upon my soul, a lie, a wicked lie. She falls with Cassio. Did you say with Cassio?
With Cassio, mistress. Go to. Charm your tongue.
I will not charm my tongue. I am bound to speak. My mistress lies here murdered in her bed, and your reports have set the murder on.
Oh, she was foul! She did gratify Cassio's amorous works with that recognizance and pledge of love which I first gave her. It was a handkerchief, an antique token my father gave my mother.
Oh, heaven, oh, heavenly powers!
Come, hold your peace.
No, I will speak as liberal as the North. O thou dull Moor, that handkerchief thou speaks of I found by fortune, and did give my husband, for often with a solemn earnestness, more than indeed belonged to such a trifle, he begged of me to steal it.
Filth, thou liest!
By heaven, I do not! I do not! O murderous coxcomb, what should such a fool do with so good a woman?
Villainous whore!
Emilia falls sure he hath killed his wife.
Oh, lay me by my mistress' side. What did thy song bird, lady? Hark, canst thou hear me? I will play the swan and die in music. Willow, willow, willow. More, she was chaste. She loved thee, cruel Moor. So come to my bliss. As I speak true, so speaking as I think, I die.
Where should Othello go? Oh. Now, Desdemona, how dost thou look now? Oh, ill-starred wench, pale as thy smock. Oh, when we shall meet again, this look of thine will hurl my soul from heaven, and fiends will snatch at it. Oh, cold, cold, my girl. Even like thy chastity. Desdemona, Desdemona, dead.
Where is this rash and most unfortunate man?
That's he that was Othello. Here I am.
This wretch Iago hath part confessed his villainy. Did you and he consent in Cassio's death?
I.
Dear General, I never gave you cause.
I do believe it, and I ask your pardon. Will you, I pray, demand that demi-devil Iago, why he hath thus ensnared my soul and body?
Demand of me nothing. What you know, you know. From this time forth, I will never speak word.
Othello, you must forsake this room and go with us. Your power and your command is taken off, and Cassio rules in Cyprus. For this slave, Iago, if there be any cunning cruelty that can torment him much and hold him long, it shall be his. You shall close prisoner rest, so that the nature of your fault be known to the Venetian state. Come, bring him away.
Soft, you. A word or two before you go. I have done the state some service, and they know it. No more of that. I pray you, in your letters, when you shall these unlucky deeds relate, speak of me as I am, nothing extenuate or set down aught in malice. Then must you speak of one that loved not wisely but too well, of one not easily jealous but being wrought perplexed in the extreme, of one whose hand, like the base Indian, threw a pearl away, richer than all his tribe. One whose subdued eyes, albeit unused to the melting mood, drop tears as fast as the Arabian trees their medicinal gum. Set you down this, and say besides that in Aleppo once, where a malignant and a turbaned Turk beat a Venetian and traduced the state, I took by the throat the circumcised dog and smote him thus.
Oh, bloody period.
Heavenly Desdemona, oh, I kissed thee ere I killed thee. No way but this, killing myself to die upon a kiss.
This I did fear, but thought he had no weapon, for he was great of heart.
To you, Lord Governor Cassio, remains the censure of this hellish villain Iago. The time, the place, the torture, oh, enforce it. Myself will straight aboard, and to the state this heavy act, with heavy heart, relate.
This was Othello by William Shakespeare. The Duke of Venice and Montano was played by Edward Solon. Brabantio and Lodovico was played by Nick Campos. Cassio was played by Txavi Evangelista. Emilia was played by Miel Abong. Desdemona was played by Uriel Villar. Iago was played by Dean Daniel Rosen. And Othello was played by Tarek Tayech. Stage manager was Kat Gamban. Sound designer and director was Nelsito Gomez.